One of the most prominent change we are noticing around the world is that it is getting warmer. When we see around, we see melting ice caps, rising temperatures that are breaking records. We see deforestation and changing patterns in weather. Our planet goes through natural cycles of warming and cooling, but the amount of warming we have experienced in such short span of time can only be answered by human intervention. The major factor that is aiding to this change is production of greenhouse gases. Human intervention alone produces 52 billion tons of greenhouse gases that goes in our atmosphere. The non-food sector accounts for 74% of global emissions, while the food sector accounts for 26% of the total global greenhouse gases emission, out of which almost 31% of emissions in the livestock and farm, having manure and pasture management. The livestock that we raise for our daily needs and fish farms require large amounts of machinery to meet the requirements. The crop production sector produces almost 27% of emissions, which come from machines used on farms and fertilizers and manure used in farming, which releases nitrous oxide that produces emissions. When we need to grow crops and to meet the demands of the growing population, large amounts of land gets deforested and made into different industries and farms, which reduces the amount of forestation cover required to reduce the carbon dioxide. And unplanned deforestation leads to generation of more harmful pollutants that go freely in the air. The saving grace, although affecting and having an 18% contribution, is the supply chain sector. It helps in curbing loss by transporting the processed food so that it does not contribute towards emission by being turned to waste. The transport sector, being widely considered emitting the most pollutants, emits only 6% of total emissions in supply chain. We should focus on the advancement in agricultural technology and research for better fertilizers that can make low carbon based food scalable and affordable. I collected the following data from worldindata.org, and all the sites and references have been mentioned in the document.